sentence, and it was reversed in the Court of Appeals in part and affirmed in part. Anything from the state?
No, Judge, I believe the remand simply says all that's required is to orally advise him of post-release control so that when his sentence is done, he can be placed on post-release control.
How did I overlook that?
Judge, I don't know. You do it every I don't know. We're all human, right?
Okay. Mr. Kirby, anything on behalf of Mr. Hornick?
No, Judge, I reviewed with Mr. Hornick the decision. I explained to him post-release control, what that entails. He has been at the VOA since March 18th, but as I understand it, he was sentenced back in September. He served his time up through then. So since then, he's been engaging in rehabilitative activities. You know, he's doing as well as he could under the circumstances.
Okay. Mr. Hornick, is there anything you want to say, sir?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Have you, tell me about the VOA.
The VO, is it okay to recap what we talked? Okay. Beginning with even back at CRC and then through my stay at Mansfield and then at Madison and now in the VOA, I was considered like a low-level risk or whatever the terminology is. But I've made the absolute most of my time at all these facilities doing rehabilitative activities, programming that I've voluntarily done. I've worked in the prison system, and I actually and I am employed now, and have an opportunity. I've had many very good opportunities to not only go to church, but also to Bible studies, things of that nature, to just well-round my experience. So at the VOA, that has continued, and I've made every use of my time there to, in fact, I'm actually chairing 3 meetings a week for an internal AA and NA meeting, combined meeting. So it's been good for me, and dare I say, enjoyable to an extent. It's been quite an experience meeting and discussing and working with all the staff and the other inmates who've gone through innumerable things that I've never had to talk to anyone about or hear their stories about. So on the whole, I'm just saying that I've made the most of my time to make this transition as
This defendant isn't talking about excuses. He's talking about accountability. Instead of counting down the days, he's been using his time to rebuild his life.
Seamless as possible and to hold myself accountable going forward in the future. I have accountability partners and teams and a sponsor I'm on the hunt for. It's been a little difficult because I'm at the VOA for a sponsor, but I'm plugged into 2 local Celebrate Recovery at 2 different churches, and also a local AA club.
Okay. The only thing you've ever done wrong that I can see, maybe I haven't got to the end, is drive after you've been drinking. Is it? Maybe I'm missing something here.
That's all. I mean,
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. And the only reason you do that is because you have a disease of alcoholism. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. It's important. I think most people know this, but I don't think we remain cognizant of it. My son goes to AA, and he has one of his fellow participants graduated from MIT. Several college graduates, several professionals in that group. It's not what some people think you would see when you go to MIT. It's basically a cross-section of society.
One of the most powerful moments of the hearing. The judge reminds everyone that addiction doesn't care about education, income, or status. It can affect anyone.
And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something that you should be proud of if you're doing what you're doing. So I just want to take a minute and tell you that, explain that to you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's been a process. It's been difficult to have to rebound from such a position that I put myself in.
Do you think that what you're doing, the things you've just described, is the best way to deal with?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
I'm combining the best of both worlds between my faith and tried and true the practices and programming of AA and Celebrate Recovery. I'm also going to, I'm voluntarily picking up, I picked up a counselor in Dayton at a place called Nova. They do mental health counseling. I just wanted to invest in that and just kind of see how that might be helpful, just putting all the pieces back together, moving forward. And that's been going very well so far.
well, good for you. It's nice to see, you saw the young men who came up here before you. It's nice to see somebody who puts forth the effort.
One last thing, if I may.
Yes, sir.
This just jumped into my head. I'm just, all of the feelings about the regret and the shame and the guilt that I've had to deal with all through all this. I'm just thankful that, and cognizant of the fact that God still has me alive for a reason, and it's I'm not sure if the word incumbent is the right word, but it's the onus is, the responsibility is on me to do the best I can going forward. There's a purpose for me, and I need to fulfill it.
You can hear the difference here. The judge sees something courts don't always see. A defendant with a genuine recovery plan, support system, and a commitment to change.
Well, from everything I see and hear today, I think you're going to do that very well. Okay, so Mr. Hornick's sentence is 12 months in prison. Credit for how many days? He's placed on community control.
So she was sentenced to,
Yeah, he was sentenced
He
to,
was sentenced to prison,
yes, sir.
and then he was released after how
So
long?
he is currently still serving his prison term. He's in transitional control.
Oh, okay.
So he was incarcerated, and now he's released to that, while still technically, of course, under being incarcerated.
So if I sentence him to prison, is he going to go back to transition?
Judge, you don't actually have to re-sentence him in any way in that nature. You simply have to.
Oh, okay.
My understanding is from the appeal, from the entry, the judgment entry, is that you simply have to orally advise him of post-release control, and that's all you need to do.
Okay, so
think that's right.
incorporate the prior sentence, advise him of post-release control. So he actually said that in the very beginning, but I'm just so used to when I sentence somebody, sentencing them. This carries post-release control, which is supervision by the Adult Parole Authority. The Adult Parole Authority has the option to supervise you after your release for a period of up to 2 years. If you violate the terms of post-release control, even if you serve the entire sentence, the Adult Parole Authority can send you back to prison for 6 additional months. If you are convicted of a new felony during the period of post-release control, the court that has the new felony case can revoke post-release control. They can impose whatever time remains on supervision. If you have less than a year remaining on supervision, they can still add a year to the new sentence. Do you have any questions about that, sir?
No.
All right. You have a right to appeal this sentence. You have 30 days from today to file a notice of appeal. If you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to represent you. Any document you need will be provided at no cost. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.